Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony, and joined with me today are the other three Saturday morning cartoon cats in my cat band. Fellas, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with the coolest cat of them all, Jared.
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in. I gotta say, I had two. I'm gonna go with the more abstract one. If you've ever seen a show called Smurfs, Azrael, the cat.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you, he's the brains of the operation. And that's my pick. What about you, Dan?
Oh, I remember this cat now. I had to type it in to remember, but it all came flashing back. I'm not great with cats, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm Dan, by the way. I play Minnis PebbleWalker, your tiny little swarm keeper ranger. And I am the PBS Kids Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat of this podcast.
What in the actual fuck?
Yeah, wait,
You're telling me you tuned into
watch as a kid.
Chinese cartoons?
Wow.
I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. I looked up a list, and all of a sudden it just came like streaming through my brain.
I've never seen this. That's crazy.
That is insane.
If you know the show, hit me up. The adult characters in the show are super funny, but it follows a bunch of cats and their family that are like part of a royal family, if I'm remembering this correctly.
They look really royal, for sure.
Alec, what about you?
Yeah, my name is Alec. I play Drell of the Ashborn, and my favorite Saturday morning cartoon cat, because I just have so many of them. If I really had to narrow it down, though, it would probably have to be Sylvester from Sylvester and Tweety.
Oh,
I just feel like it's an
that's
OG original one.
It's good.
Can't go he's
wrong.
always trying to eat Tweety, and then the old lady would come over and catch him in the act. Typical cat shenanigans. What about you, Tony?
My cat comes from one of the greatest action-packed cartoons that you could possibly watch while getting in touch with your masculinity through your feminine side. It's from the show Thundercats, where it's Snarf.
Yes.
Snarf, Snarf.
I was hoping someone would say it.
That was gonna be that was my number one. I didn't want to take anyone, so I went with the more abstract one.
I almost went Sylvester, by the way. I almost stole yours, Alec.
I would have quit.
That would have been amazing.
Thundercats.
Oh, fucking, what a great show. What a great show. Right up there with He-Man. Now you know the deal. Before we roll for the recap, we're going to go ahead and do the rundown. And today's rundown is brought to you by Jared.
I don't know if you guys have checked it out lately, but DND404.com. You guys should go over there, check it out. We're trying to update it as many times as possible. You can see episodes, make comments on each episode from there straight on the website. Talk to amongst people. It's a good little time. We're going to be updating the merch here soon. We also have a news field, which we're going to start posting blogs about maybe unrelated things to the podcast and maybe more specific to just D&D in general. So if you guys want to check it out, DND404.com.
Top 5 ways to seduce the dragon.
Wait. Now, we're going to go ahead and roll for the recap, where I roll a giant foam D4, where I am number 1. 2 is Alec, 3 is Dan, and 4 is Jared. Can we go for the three-peat on Jared? Who knows? But first, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my camera, because I forgot to do that.
All right, last time it was a spinny method. What's the method this time?
So here's my thing, is that his door's closed. The last couple times that he's thrown this, the door was open, and it landed on me.
It's always been closed.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the last
No,
couple
sir.
times.
No, sir, because I even comment on it.
Cut to the Patreon clip of you losing the dice.
Okay,
your
that's
home.
when I started closing the door. I learned my lesson. How about I peg the door as hard as I can?
Yo, go to the clip last episode when I was like, oh, your door's open. And your bathroom door was open.
And I shut it. And then I shut it. Whoa, why you gotta comment on my bathroom door, bro?
Just saying. That's how vivid I remember that.
Hey, Tony, it's a nice bathroom.
Thank you. It's my daughter's bathroom, and I work really hard on it.
Am I currently working?
Okay, so how do you want me to spin this bad boy?
Can you like bowl it into the door?
Bowl it? Yeah, I think I can bowl it. I think I can
No,
bowl it.
when you bowl, it doesn't have enough spin. You got to really
No, you
just
gotta do
enough
the flick spin
bro.
to the left. You know what I mean?
To the left. You want me to flick it to the left. You want to give it the old curve. We're going to bowl it with a twist. All right, ready? I'm going to do it left-handed.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to bowl it with a twist. Bowl it.
Oh, that's cool. Oh
And
my
of course
god.
it goes off camera.
Nope, needs to be on camera.
How about I just tilt it down?
We've discussed this before. I mean, if you can. Oh, he got it actually. He was
It's
able
a
to get
shoot
it on camera.
upside. It's
no,
not
it has to be rolled on camera.
It was
it's on
rolling
camera.
on camera.
No, it was rolled off of camera. We have
That
to
might be
re-roll
me.
it.
He didn't move it.
Well, actually, let's see what it is, and then I'll help decide
No.
which way it has
Oh,
to be.
decide the verdict now. Decide it now.
I say yes
I say yes.
because we can see it.
I say no.
I feel like Alec knows it's his side.
I just think it should be. I don't think it's fair. I feel like we should just roll it where we
Pick
see.
it up. That's the roll.
No, wait, says who? It's 2-2. No, see, that's just, no, that
You
doesn't
said
Trying
count.
two.
so hard to get out of it.
We're literally. We have to roll it on camera. We have to see it land on camera.
I am not
That's
a
what
part of
we've
this
been doing.
roll. I am the roller.
This is what we've been doing. So now we're just changing the rules.
Alec, why don't you go ahead and give us that amazing recap that's fresh in your mind?
All right. So last episode, we started back off with Drell coughing up blood. He was able to successfully eat a piece of the frost root. The group decided to split up. Drell went to the Tavern of Milk and Honey to reserve a spot, while Armos and Minnis headed over to the pond. While at the pond, Minnis was looking at the water, and in the reflection, he saw a large minotaur with a giant gauntlet standing behind him. He felt some sort of pressure on his shoulder. So after that, they went ahead and met up with Joel at the tavern, where we kind of hung out until Numi came and met us. So then once Numi arrived, she had several books with her, including a book about bullfish and also a book about other monsters and animals and beasts, which had pages about snakes and hydras ripped out of it. After the group tried to mend the books to repair the pages, they were continued to be counterspelled. And while they were having a conversation, a delivery was made to the group that was from the blacksmith with all of our missing items. After that, the group decided to head to bed, where they decided that the next day they would wake up, they would take the potions of ethereal and check out the area. But in the morning, they went over and looked at the potion shop, and there was no one there. It looked like it was locked up and no one home. So Armos did his thing. He broke in, stole the vials. They got out. We went over. We took the potions. We walked into the chieftain's hut, where we found the chieftain being tied down in a bloody rage, missing one arm already, and in the other is a blood shard. Bard, play that music.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is DND404. Fellas, boyos, welcome to session 94. We pick up of the 3 of you in the ethereal plane onlooking a suspicious activity. A group of scholars and cleric in the chieftain's hut of Sanlo, as Chieftain Kali is tied down with a missing an arm, with blood-soaked covered sheets, holding a note with a mysterious acronym written on it. S.O.S. The other words are too crumpled up to read, as she is white-knuckling this piece of paper that is completely covered in blood. And the scholars and cleric around her do not seem to notice this blood shard that has been obviously overlooked in the bandaging process. The wound looks infected, and she is currently raging. Her eyes are filled with bloodlust. What are the 3 of you doing as you are onlooking this brutal sight?
So there's no way for us while on the ethereal plane to interact with the material plane?
Correct.
If we listen in, are they like actively working on her, or is it like she's just kind of there?
Yes, so they are talking with her and they're trying to hold her down. You see that as she's struggling, the bed is shaking and moving in place with this immense strength despite only having one arm. You see that she's seething as steam is coming out of her nose. Her horns look jacked up. Blood is coming not only from her wound as it's like reopening, it's coming from her eyes, and her teeth are grinding. And they're trying to hold her down. It's like, please, we have to give her another sedative. We have to give her another sedative. Please put her to sleep, as they're trying to desperately shake the cleric to use whatever they can in her kit to try to sedate her. And it's the four of them panicking in place as two of them are trying to hold her down and trying to make her not make so much noise.
What do we do?
I don't know, because I feel like if they overlooked this blood shard, I don't know what that says about their capabilities. I feel like that's pretty obvious.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so I don't know what we can do, especially from here.
The bed is wildly shaking.
Do we pop out and help? I don't know what we can do, though. We gotta tell them about the shard, I guess. Well, they might do the same thing we did.
Well, it looks like they left it in there, right? That's why it's still there.
Well, I don't know. There's something they could do about it.
Well, have you guys thought about, since the first time we tried to do this, how maybe the second time would go better? Or what you could do that was different?
What if they notice it and then take it out because they don't know?
Well, I mean, we can't stop them. I mean, not unless we return to the material plane.
The bed shakes more as they are desperately trying to hold it down. One of the Centaurian guards walk in, drop his pike and shield, and hold down the bed in place with his massive strength.
But we just got here. The Hydra could be like right over there, guys. I point to the water.
Can I interact with the stuff that's on me?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of how to save this person, because we can't remove the shard because that kills them. We know that. We see it. We definitely need to warn them.
She's succumbing to the blood shard, Armos.
Maybe the problem last time was that the tooth wasn't taken out soon enough. You know what I mean?
The tooth, the shard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but if we hop out and we play this wrong, then she dies.
True.
And then we're in trouble.
Sid, what would you do in this situation? Oh, why did I ask you? No.
I mean, we can try to hop out, but again, like Minnis said, I don't know if that means we missed out on the Hydra because we're leaving the ethereal plane.
All right. I announced to the group, maybe we can dispel the magic of a blood shard, and I open up my book to a page that has a dispel magic, and I start going to the group to see what their thoughts are.
You can't dispel a blood shard. It's a living thing.
Can we break the blood shard before it engulfs her, I guess?
It looks like she's already succumbed to the blood shard.
Oh no.
Give me a history check.
13.
Or dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, Armos, even a 13 gets this. You needed a 8 or higher for this roll. You think back all the way back to Arc 1 to a bugbear who has a mutated bugbear. One of the first bosses you ever fought, black skin, mutated, blood shard had completely corrupted him and mutated him. Blood red eyes. He grew a bugbear who grew wings. Reginald has pointed out already, she succumbed to the blood shard. This might be the very process of how that bugbear became mutated. And to the point where you found it in the cave, this might be the process of her following that same fate.
Well, I hate to say it, but I feel like we should jump out. And if she succumbs and we have to fight, we have to fight. If we help her and she survives, maybe she can give us passage in the town. You know what I mean? I think there's no reason we shouldn't jump out, even though I want to stay here.
Okay, I was thinking the exact opposite. I was thinking if she's already succumbed to the shard, then she's gone and we shouldn't do that. But, okay.
You remember that bugbear, Drell? Way back?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we first started fighting together?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically probably what happened to the bugbear. What's happening now?
Yeah, but we killed the bugbear, remember?
Right.
So, okay, I'll follow your lead, Minnis.
Whoa. I don't want to hear I told you so's later, so what do you want to do then?
Well, I will say this too. If we hop out, you two have a way to get out, go invisible and, Misty step in and out. I don't have a way to get out. So maybe I just stay in here until you guys need me.
Oh, do you want a way out, Drell? Do you want a way out, Drell? I think we could come to an agreement where I could give you invisibility powers.
I started ignoring them.
No, that's actually a good idea, Drell. You can stay here, and if it really goes bad, you can just pop out because we can hear them, so you will be able to hear us.
Yeah. So what's a code word? What's a code word?
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Okay. I was thinking snickerdoodles, but that's fine too.
Oh, no, I like that one. I love snickerdoodles. Wait, but how would we work that into the conversation?
You got to figure that out, not me.
Okay. All right. It's a puzzle. Got it.
And I push Minnis forward a little bit to hop out.
It scares me so much I hop out.
You hop out in the corner of the room and you are unnoticed as of right now. The potion effects wear off. You're in a corner of the room as you phase through the wall and you see in a much more visceral sense, now that you're back in the material plane, this bed is shaking as one of the Centaurian guards are holding it down and he's having trouble. He's visibly straining. Two of the scholars, as weak as they may come off, they are still having trouble holding her down, and they're she's tossing them around with just one arm. As you see the cleric flipping through her tome as she's trying to find a solution. The noises that she's making are so loud it's practically ear-shattering to you. Angry bull noises, visible smoke coming out, blood is coming from her eyes, and her wound is reopening. You do not see the blood shard stuck in her body.
What's that?
You do not see the blood shard stuck in her body on the material plane.
Oh.
Do I still see it?
Drell, you see it.
First, I take a deep breath. Just in case, I'm going to use Deft Explorer feat to get some temporary hit points, just in case things go south.
I was going to say.
Never know.
It's interesting. Okay. It's actually better that there's not a blood shard and I showed up because now it's like this tiefling and a blood shard. It's like, oh God. Okay. I don't know how to explain this. This is awkward.
I think without thinking, Minnis just doesn't do the smart thing, and Minnis is just panicking. So he goes, Drell, we can't see the blood shard anymore.
You see two of the Minotaurs turn around, and the chieftain looks at you as she hears another voice, and she screams this ear-shattering scream. And as the scholars try to cover their ears, she goes, "What is a child doing here? What is a child doing in here? Where are the guards?" And you see the other guard comes through and pokes his head in, and they turn around. They see Armos and Minnis, and one of them takes their pike out, pointing it towards the two of you, while the other one is holding his...
Yeah, I put my hands up.
As the other guard is holding down the bed.
I put my hands up. No, we're here to help. We know something that you don't.
What could you possibly know? How long have you been here? How did you get in here? And you see the other Centaurian guard take a few steps cautiously towards the two of you.
There's not much time to explain how, but we were in the ethereal plane and we saw a blood shard right there. And I point to where it was in the ethereal plane.
Blood shard? What is this demon magic that you speak of? The cleric looks very worried.
Armos, this is your...
Yeah. Try to let him know. Look, we've been on adventures all across this land, talking to everyone, trying to track down the source of all these things that are kind of going on. And I think I still have 5 blood shards in my bag. So I pull out one of the blood shards and I show them. One of these is in your chieftain, and we were able to see it. We came here to get advice because we're trying to find a Hydra. We mean no harm to any of you, but as soon as we saw that and saw that you guys were having issues, we wanted to offer our help.
Hydra? Blood shard? What is this nonsense, this child's play, this words of demons, this devil's tongue? Dare speak to us in our noble city. Insight check.
Insight. A dirty 20. Awesome.
They look confused.
Nat 20.
They look confused. They don't know what you're talking about. It's like they never heard the word bloodshot before.
I like to think Drell's yelling that at us.
Guys, just have no idea what you're talking about. Minnis.
Okay. Wait. I think I have an idea. Is there one cleric or multiple clerics, or what's the...
There's one.
There's only one.
You see, as the cleric is flipping through the tome, you hear the sound of flesh pulsating from the chieftain. And then you look over, and as the scholars are talking to you, you hear a scream from the cleric Minotaur, and she goes, "Oh my God!" And you look over at the chieftain. Her mouth is elongated, stretched open, and there is a bone spear coming out of her mouth, growing slowly, and then like a spear goes straight through her body as she gets flown across the chieftain's tent, and it gets pierced up against the wall, dead on impact. I need everybody to roll me initiative.
That is a natural 20.
I got a 10.
I got a 10 as well.
Ooh. Nice. Both of you going on the same turn. Love it. Love it. As a blood spear shoots from the chieftain's mouth, you see her body pulse as her eyes become more bloody, as blood begins to drip onto the floor. Her wound begins to mutate. We're going to start off at initiative 24. While Chieftain Callie is still bound to the bed, Minnis, initiative 24, what are you doing as the scholars are looking upon the dead cleric in utter horror? They're looking back to Armos and they're screaming, "Demon magic! Demon magic!"
Oh, goodness. I don't even know what to do. I think Armos might have some spells that could help. I don't know if mine will.
Ones to eradicate them all? Yes. Ones to help in this situation? Maybe not.
My initial thought was to have you dispel the magic and they could see the blood shard.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Right? But
Yeah.
I think Minnis is going to try and... Now that lady's dead, I think Minnis is going to try and tie down the arm of the chieftain now that the other lady is off it, to try and help restrain the chieftain as my action.
You go over to the table and you see that her arm is still restrained, but the arm that was missing is beginning to pulsate and grow before your eyes. And her flesh is beginning to stretch out. You go over to the table. What are you doing?
Goodness. I guess if that's the case, he's just going to try something to see how the chieftain reacts, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on them, and maybe it helps them and not us, or vice versa. I just want to see how they react. So Cure Wounds.
You cast Cure Wounds and you see that her eyes that had this blood coming out of begins to heal up a little bit, but it does not look like it has any dangerous effects or harmful effects towards it.
I guess that's all I'm going to do on my turn then, and just yell at Armos. Armos, we got to do something quick.
At the end of your turn, we're going to move to initiative 12, which is Callie. As she looks at you, you see that she was, you just cast a Cure Wounds, and she screams at you in this mighty bullish howl, and her arm begins to grow. Drell, from your side on the ethereal plane, you see that the blood shard begins to be molded over, and the arm is regrowing into place where it was ripped off. As it punches out in a swift motion, it is complete raw muscle tissue, huge, and it looks like it's burning with this energy in the cracks of the arm itself. You see that she becomes bigger, wider, and she's like doubling in size. She's bursting out of the restraints of the bed and then launches it. The two scholars go back. Minnis, make me a strength.
She's prototype.
Strength saving throw. Prototype. Make me a strength saving throw to see if you get knocked back 10 feet.
I got a 22.
You manage to withstand and duck underneath her swing as the arm protrudes, and you see this demonized version of a Minotaur with a very demonic arm. Her nails are huge. Her tail is whipping back and forth, and horns are contorted.
Oh boy.
With blood red eyes, she stands. She's considered a large creature, and that is going to be her turn. We're going to move to initiative 10. Armos. This now free demon, this Minotaur, Kali, corrupted by the blood shard. What are you doing?
So staying as far, I haven't moved an inch because I can cast it at 120 feet.
Let me just run 100 feet away real quick.
No. I'm just saying I can cast it far away, so I'm not going to move or come close to the chieftain. I'm like, here, look, and as I say look at their arm, I cast Dispel Magic on the stone, hoping that I can dispel what's keeping it hidden.
So as you go to cast the spell magic, you realize that there's no target and the spell does not go off. What else do you do?
I mean, I could try to persuade them and just let them know, like, where we're coming from and what's going on. I don't know, plead my case more, I guess. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I mean, say something and then roll for it.
I let them know, hey, we've traveled beyond the sea. We've made it here. We've seen blood shards from the beginning of our travels to now. This is a very bad thing that's happening, and we want to help. But we got to be careful because we've seen this before, and she's possibly changing into something very bad. And I point to the cleric that's impaled on the wall.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
A 29?
Jesus. They are persuaded.
When I say I'm good at it,
You're like,
I fucking never get to use it.
They look at you, and then they look back at the demon in front of them, and then they look back at you. They look at the bone spear of the impaled cleric on the wall. And they're like, we should be allies for now. Trust them. Take care of this demon. And they are now on your side. You see that the two scholars kind of back up away to let you get to do the fighting as the Centaurian picks up its pike, and the other one points the pike away from you towards the chieftain. We're going to move to initiative 10. Drell, what are you doing?
Well, Drell still hasn't heard the code word, so he doesn't know if he should come out yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they haven't said snickerdoodles yet, so I don't know.
I was ready to say lemonade, but I forgot.
I was going to say it too. That might be funnier.
So I guess I'll just wait. And then can I? So I can still. I see a blood chart right in the arm.
You don't see anything. The arm was overgrew it.
Okay. Well, can I try from my side to cut out whatever I saw on like?
You cannot interact with the material plane.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just I'll pull out my dwarven hammer. The dwarven thrower. I'll leave the ethereal plane and I'll just say so like I reappear and I say, you guys didn't say the code word, and I turn to everyone else and I say, oh yeah, I'm Drell, by the way. And then I'm just gonna
Who are these people just dropping it? Do we just have ghosts in our town?
And then I'll just take some attacks on the demon.
Yeah, go for it.
First one is gonna be a 16 to hit.
That is going to miss as she deflects it out of the way.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take a second attack. That's a 26 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Rad. Okay, that is 10 damage.
Ooh. Okay, she takes the full 10.
Yep. And then I'm just gonna say, next time when we decide to say a word for us to leave, just make sure you guys actually remember it or write it down or something. And that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay, we're gonna go back to initiative 24. Minnis. Drell comes out of nowhere, throws his hammer, bonk. Hits on the head, but is still looking ahead at the other Minotaurs. What do you do?
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's being saved at this point. So, Minnis is going to also attack. All right, I am going to use my rapiers. So I'm going to attack twice with an attack action. That is a 22 and a 14 to hit. Dang it.
That's going to miss.
So the first attack hits with 11 piercing damage. And I'll just use a bonus offhand attack to do 18 to hit.
That hits. The number you're looking for is 17.
Yeah, I know now. That's another 11 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
And then my Sids pull me back. My Sids surround me and give me half cover.
Ooh. Are they moving you in any direction?
You are moved by the swarm 5 feet horizontally in the direction of your choice, which also gives you half cover until your next turn.
Nice. Okay, so moving horizontally won't get you out of attack range.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, you'll be you won't get an attack opportunity here. Okay.
Snickerdoodle, snickerdoodle, snickerdoodle. And that's the end of my turn.
Oh, that's the word. It wasn't lemonade.
Sorry, Drell, I forgot.
And we will move to initiative 12, which is Holly, the chieftain. As she looks around, she's going to make an attack against the first scholar as the scholar tries to back away. You see that she jumps forward and pounces on the scholar with a 29 to hit, dealing 23 points of damage to the scholar. As you see that she jumps forward and her mouth elongates, and now her once bull teeth have turned into razor sharp teeth, and it chomps down. It takes a large bite out of the scholar, drops dead. This poor townsfolk drops dead. Looks over to Drell and is going to make another attack against him. He is going to make a slash with a dirty 20 to hit.
That misses.
Ooh, as it bounces off your armor, she's going to make a third attack against you with another claw. That is a 29 to hit. Unless you have a reaction.
Not for that one, but I want to repost the first attack.
Okay, so that's going to be 13 points of slashing damage on that. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw real quick, and then we'll go ahead and repost that first attack.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. I'm good at these. 26.
You pass as you feel that she's slashing through you. Her claws are super sharp, and you feel like she can like tear your skin to shreds if she got a close enough attack to you.
Ow. That hurt.
Go ahead and repost the first missed attack.
Why does it to be so painful? That says 24 to hit.
That hits.
That is 14 damage.
Ooh, 14 damage.
Yeah.
And she's going to go ahead and use her action to charge forward. She's going to use her full movement and try to get out and run past you. So, Minnis, would you like to take an attack of opportunity as she runs past Drell after taking that attack?
I should. That is a 15.
That misses. You see as she uses her movement to get past Drell, she moves towards the the locked door, and she sees that she tries to break it down with her weight as the door is nearly knocked off its hinges, but not quite broken off just yet. You see that this door is reinforced. Looks like there's some iron behind it, luckily keeping her in. She turns around and she is now looking at the rest of you. We're going to move to initiative 10, Armos and Drell.
Not wanting the Minotaur chieftain to escape, I'm going to summon a greater demon.
I was going to say, Armos, I could handle that, but okay. I don't know if trying to convince people we're good is initially summoning more demons, but...
Hey, that's what we're doing.
As a demon, I think you might have a point here if we're trying to earn the respect of Minotaurs to try not to say we're evil, but I'm all for it. What's another demon, right?
Yep, we're gonna get a Tanarak.
A Tanarak? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna get so tan.
Oh my god.
It's a demonic orc.
Oh yeah.
It's
nice. Just in case, perfect. So we're summoning possibly the group of orcs that maybe did this to her. This is awesome. Great job. They're totally gonna believe us.
Oh.
I look at Minnis, I just shake my head. No, they're not gonna believe us.
What does this thing even look like? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is very, very not friendly.
Holy.
He's a medium fiend demon. Where would you like to place him?
In front of the door to stop him from. So, seeing the chieftain heading for the door, I summon, and out from a kind of demonic looking portal, a Tanarak crawls his way out with a big two-handed axe standing in his way.
Pink as this giant demon orc comes out, as you so graciously described, picks up the blade and roars at the chieftain. All right. And I believe this thing goes right after you. So what is the Tanarak doing?
Okay, it's going to multi-attack. Tanarak makes 2 attacks, one with bite and one with its greatsword. All right, so it's first going to bite. It rolled a 2. So 2 plus 7, it tried to hit on a 9.
That is going to miss.
Okay. Okay, and then it's going to use its, it goes to bite, it misses, and then it's going to go to use its greatsword and hits a 16?
That is going to miss. The number here you're looking for is 17.
Yep, I remember.
You have its attention.
Okay, and then, so that's its turn. It's going to bear down and stay in front of the door to make sure he doesn't escape and do any more harm.
Sure.
I shout that as Armos. Stay in front of the door. Don't let him leave. So
Door, don't leave. It speaks common. Door, no leave. It does speak common, by the way. As we move to initiative 10, Drell.
I look at Armos and I look at the demon and I look back at Armos and I go, don't worry, I'll take care of it with my demons. And I kiss my biceps and
Oh my god.
I'm gonna run up to it and I'm gonna attack recklessly in a rage with my Dwarven thrower.
Bonus action going to rage.
So that's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
That is 12 damage.
12 damage.
I will second attack. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
That's going to be 18 damage.
Ooh, 18.
Then I'm going to action surge and attack again.
Ooh. Let him have it.
That is a dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
Never heard that phrase in my life.
Wait till your next birthday, Dan.
Oh god.
17 damage. And the last attack is a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Damn, it's only 26 damage. So that will be my turn. And I'm just like up in the mix with like by the door to like if they try to escape, try to help possibly like restrain them as a reaction.
Awesome. We're going to move to initiative 24 as Drell. You just beat the shit out of Callie with your hammer as you land 4 devastating attacks. You are clearly breaking through her demonic skin. Blood is pouring out. And as you are hitting her, it sounds like glass shattering rather than your hammer meeting flesh.
Interesting.
As we move to initiative 24,
Back
minutes.
to me. All right, I think I'm gonna take out Melora's sling here, and I'm gonna start slinging some bullets. So I'm gonna sling some +1 bullets with 2 attacks. First one is an 18. So that's 23 points of damage from my sling.
Ooh.
Plus 8 points of damage from Sid. Bonus action, Nature's Veil. Haha!
Minnis, as you shoot your sling and go invisible, you see that Callie's attention is focused on Drell after that brutal whopping that he delivered on his turn. As we move to initiative 12, she is going to make 3 attacks against Drell as she is just enraged by him. She is going to bite. That is going to be an 18 to miss. Then she's going to slash with a 25 to hit. 19 points of slashing damage. That's going to be half you because you are raging. And then you see that her mouth elongates and you see the spear form in her mouth made out of bone and it's going to shoot at you. Oh, with a 16 to miss. As it shoots past you, going right over your shoulder, over Armos' shoulder, as it cracks through the wall. It is then going to use its bonus action. Gnarly red gas begins to emit from the wounds of her body. I need everybody in the room to make me a Constitution saving throw of a DC 16.
28.
I reroll those. 12.
Yeah, dirty 20, and then Tanarak got a 25.
25. So
He gets
everybody,
advantage.
everybody passes except Minnis as this foul smell begins to fill the room as its skin practically sheds, leaving this repulsive odor all around. Minnis, you have disadvantage on all attack throws within 30 feet of it.
Oh,
Okay.
And that's going to end its turn. Armos and Drell, initiative 10. Armos, what are you doing?
I'm going to just Eldritch Blast it
Sure.
from here. Feel like situation's pretty good. Dirty 20 for the first hit.
Hits.
Dirty 20 for the second hit.
Hits.
13. Dang.
That misses. The first 2 hit.
So 10 damage. And so 23 damage total.
23 damage total. Nice. This thing is looking messed up.
It should get hit back also if it already isn't against the wall.
Yes, so now it's Now its back is against the wall. It's now going to use a reaction here. It's going to use a move called Balloon Reprisal. In response to taking damage, the creature can make a movement of 30 feet in any direction without provoking opportunity attacks. And as it gets knocked back to the wall, it enrages and launches back forward, back to Drell, one of the scholars, the Chieftain Guard, and Tanarak.
Okay. And then I shout to the Tamarack, get him! And Tamarak's gonna go, correct?
Yes.
Does a multi-attack
Cool.
and rolls a 25 to hit for his bite attack.
That hits.
Dang it, man. Greatsword only does 16. And then the damage of the bite does 12 damage.
Cool.
Piercing.
Slashing with the great sword and coming down with a ferocious bite. The demons are going neck to neck. Its attention is still on Drell.
Wait, what?
Speaking of Drell, it is now your initiative. You see that the two guards are protecting the scholar and you, Armos. The two Centurion guards are looking at each other. They're like, keep the scholar alive. We must keep this knowledge saved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And then I'll just go ahead and I'm going to, this turn, I will recklessly attack with my Dwarven Thrower.
Sure.
First attack is going to be a 27 to hit.
Hits.
That is, I got a good roll on that one. That's an 18 for damage.
Ooh.
My second attack is a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Another nat 20. Oh my god. I still didn't roll the best on damage on that. That's only going to be 20 damage. And then I will spend one superiority die to make a grappling attack. So it's pretty much it's either a strength or athletics check against myself, I think, to be grappled.
Yeah, so she's going to make a strength check here. Oh my god. That's a 10. A +5 to strength and rolls a fucking 10.
So I have a +9 to athletics and I get to add a superiority die, and I already rolled a 1 on that, so I already have a 10.
Is that a nat 1?
No. That's on the superiority die that I add to it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So total, it's 21.
You managed to grapple Kali, and you are now holding her in place.
Please don't hit me.
As she roars right in your face. We're gonna move to initiative 24 minutes.
So you have it grappled. Does that mean I have advantage on attack rolls against it that are melee or no?
Yes, but this would just be normal attacks because you have disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I'm
it'll be
gonna-
canceled out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I run up to it with my silvered rapiers, and I'm just gonna keep attacking this dang thing.
The smell.
But no, fight through its head.
The rock is crying tinier rocks.
The rock is crying tiny rocks. And the first attack is a 19 to hit, and then an nat 20.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Crit was not great regardless, and then a bonus action attack as well for another hit. Thank goodness. That one on the damage, so that is 26 points of piercing silver rapier damage, and then Sid is going to do another one.
One day it's gonna kill something fatally. It's gonna. I'm waiting for the day it kills like something
Sid
very
throws
important,
up as he
Like
fights against this thing.
like a big boss.
Oh my gosh, if a 1 was the final, that's the end of my turn.
We're gonna move to initiative 12, which is Kali of Balloon. Was the official name of this monster I created, and she is currently grappled. Drell, before she makes a strength check, please roll me a d6 and let me know what you get.
Suspicious.
I got a 1.
Nice.
Is that a recharge?
It was a recharge. So it can't make an attack just yet, so it's going to go ahead and try to break free with a strength check of 21.
21.
21.
I got a 22.
Wow.
Where do you think you're going?
It's like flexing, and you're just flexing so much harder. That is going to be its turn. Wow, we're going to move to initiatives 10 and initiative 10. Armos and Drell. Armos, what are you doing?
Oh shit. Oh, I can't Eldritch Blast him or it ends grapple. Okay, good to know.
Wait, we're not blasting?
In other ways. I don't want to hit Drell.
I can take it. Just hit it.
We'll just play on the side of caution. I'm gonna Mind Spike. It has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 18.
Oh, my poor demon. 13.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it only does like 24 damage.
Mind Spike! As you see her eyes glow bright red, blood begins to pour from her eyelids, but more than usual, as Drell has such an easier time holding her as her body goes limp and her mind has turned to mush. Dead.
Oh.
Mind Spike!
Ew. And Drell immediately drops the demon. That's gross.
All right, put your demon away.
Well, I mean, I want to assess the situation before.
You see as Kali drops to the floor as your Mind Spike essentially obliterated her. The scholar steps forward. Is it done? And looks at the two Centaurian guards as they are still at the ready, and then they look around to you three as the scholar steps forward to be like, what? It seems a little convenient that all of a sudden a sudden transformation came about and then you three happen to be here. What knowledge do you have of this?
We have lots of knowledge of blood shards, but as far as the chieftain, we came here trying to figure out, like I said, about this Hydra, and we could see that they were infected with this, so we intervened.
What Hydra would have to do with such demonic magic?
I mean, that's a coincidence that this is happening, but we're just looking for a crystal-headed Hydra.
What is this nonsense? There's no such thing as a crystal-headed Hydra.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that.
Sure, there are ocean hydras, there are lake-like hydras, there are grass hydras, there are
Sand
mountain
hydras.
hydras, sand hydras, yes. There are mountain hydras, sky hydras,
Swamp hydras.
hydra fish.
What?
I mean, but 5 seconds ago, you didn't think this could happen. And I point to the demon and I'm like, so, I mean, how do you know it's not real? you've just never seen one or heard of one.
Very inquisitive of you. And I will
no,
admit that there's a very flawless logic there. However, my main concern, my question is that a beloved chieftain has succumbed to such a terrible fate, and yet you three are just happen to be here. Was this some sick experiment that you were testing?
Okay, first off, we showed up when things got bad. What did you do before that led to this is what we need to be talking about.
We were treating her with her ailment.
And it obviously wasn't going well.
The scholar looks at the two Centaurians, and the Centaurians stand down, but their shield is at the ready, but their pike is pointed straight up and rested on the floor. They look like they're ready to protect the scholar, but they are at ease.
Yeah.
As one could be.
All right. Once I see that they're at ease, I motion to the dead chieftain on the ground. I'm like, may I? And I want to walk over there and take a look at the arm that was infected.
You do see a very infected arm. Drell did happen to bust it up, but as you're like looking through, you don't see any kind of blood shard that you can see. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Yes, I'm really good at that. Fucking nat 20 and it's a 28. What's up?
Oh my goodness.
You stick your arm in the wound and you're like really searching around, and rather than seeing it, you're like following its magical remnants of it. And then you feel your hand on something and you pull it out, and sure enough, the blood shard is now in your hand, clear as day. And you show it to the scholar, be like, this is a blood shard. He goes, never. And he like blinks like once or twice, and he goes, this is so strange. What is this? What is this demonic presence? Suddenly I feel like the room is just chilled over. And you see like the hair on the back of his neck is like standing up.
I fill him in slightly on kind of our adventures of what we've ran into at the first cave with the bugbear, and leave out a few details, but just kind of give him the basic idea of kind of what's going on.
Cliff notes.
The cliff notes. There you go.
This is most strange indeed. We have not seen these blights on our shores before. with demonic magic, transformation, blood, shard, corruption. This is truly new to me. Something that clearly we have to look into if we can get it within our walls.
I mean, just walking here, we ran into a bunch of dinosaurs and animals out in the wild that had these things. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's been on your shores for longer than you think, but
I have to beg to differ. I would need to see the proof. I mean, I know we have
my God, here we go.
gemstone dinosaurs, but
Minnis, you got a picture of that Allosaurus?
Armos, just do the mind thing. Give him the ribbon of the giant dinosaur. Show it to him.
All right. And I look at the scholar. I look at the scholar that we've been talking to, and I say, all right, you trust me? And I hold out my hand for him to give me his. And does he?
he offers his hand.
Reach up to my head, and I pull out this ribbon, and then I place it on top of his hand that shows our fight with the Allosaurus.
You show him the Allosaurus, and he gets that whole fight flash before his eyes. He goes, "Oh, what a gentle giant succumbed to a horrific fate.
Yep. See, told you.
Seen anything like this before. This is truly terrible news." He looks back over to Callie, and you see that like her hand is finally loose, and that piece of paper is now gently in her hand.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Armos, can you put your demon away? And it's like drooling over me with its mouth agape, breathing.
It's like it's hovering over Minnis, like he's like bent over, like looking straight down at Minnis as like saliva. Eat. Eat. No, he's not gonna let you eat him. We've tried. He's not gonna let you.
Hearing that in the background, but seeing the piece of paper as I'm staring at the paper, or her clenched fist slightly loosen, I snap my fingers, and the monster disappears. And I take a look at the paper in clear sight of the scholar to be like, what? We need to figure out what caused this, and I feel like this might be a clue.
You picked up the blood-soaked paper, and there is some text on it. You would need, but it looks like it's covered in blood, that the words are hard to read, but you do see that S.O.S. mark in the corner.
Is it hard to read or unreadable?
In its current state, unreadable, as it's covered in blood. You would need to clean it. She's been grasping at that paper since we found her body. We do not know what happened to her. It was late one night, then she was banging on the armory door. Her arm was missing. It was gushing of blood, and she had this note. She was just in pain. She wasn't this crazed form yet. But then once we started treating her, she wouldn't let go of the paper. She was squeezing, and we begged and pleaded, but she proceeded to get more angry rather than hurt. She's been like this for several days.
Can we get this cleaned up and tell me everything about that, or tell me more details about that night?
Here, Armos, let me see that, and I'll see if my we still have the magic BS over here, and I'll try and cast mending on that while they speak.
Yeah, wait, what the F is happening? We were able to cast all our spells and everything went... Okay, this doesn't work, I swear. Flipping the table.
She came banging on the armory doors, trying desperately to get in, and then she was clenching onto this piece of paper, some mail that she said she had received. But by the time we got her back to her bed, she became so enraged, and then we tied her down, and she progressively got more and more angry. Minnis, you grab the note and you cast mending, and it works this time.
Oh,
As the blood begins to wash away. However, the ink glows on the paper. You read the note. The ink is faint but legible, and it seems like it was done on purpose. S.O.S. Silence offers salvation. My words be cryptic, so it does not learn of its weakness. Speak not these words outside. Speak true these words above its seal to loosen its seal. The note looks very old and worn and withered and preserved in some type of way.
Is there anything else, or is that the full note?
That's the full note.
Oh my god.
He reads that. The note states to not read it out loud. As Minnis reads it, he shows it to you. The three of you examine the note, and the words that say, these words, speak true these words, above its seal to loosen the seal. And I'm sorry, there is one more. There is a command word at the bottom of the letter. I'm sorry, that's actually important. There is a command word, and it looks like it's in another language. It is in Minotaur language or Minotaur type word. Yeah. So it is the Minotaur phrase for open heart, and this is a command word.
Trying to read this writings of a madman.
Yeah.
I guess we show the scholar.
You show the scholar, and he reads it, and he like rubs his eyes, and it seems like he's having a hard time reading it.
Can you not see it? I asked.
No,
him.
I can see it. It's just, it's so faint, but this letter looks very old.
Yeah, we've seen this, and I point to the S.O.S. before. Does that mean anything to you guys?
I have the faintest idea.
Oh, great.
I've never seen this. We do know that an S.O.S. is a generic cry for help among common folk and easily recognizable among all languages. However, nothing that we wouldn't use out of the ordinary among our cavalry, if that.
All right. Take the letter back and ask him to fill me in more of what happened when the chieftain got hurt, like the night that they found her.
After that night, it was just... That was it. We've been trying to calm her down and quell her. It was just the night... It was just 2 nights prior to the spring festival, where she was supposed to make a great speech, as she often does. But we've just been trying to sedate her. Some of our sleep sedatives have been working, and up until now, it's just like she's been immune. Like she grew an immunity to everything. We've been trying an array of spells. We had our best cleric and motions to the one that is now dead from the bone spear. And she goes, she fell short on luck.
Did she come across any ancient relics recently? I know I heard speak of orcs coming and bringing boxes of things.
Orcs in our town? Oh, I do not recall any trade with orcs. I mean, as one of Callie's top advisors, I would surely know about that, but no. Insight check.
17.
He looks puzzled. He does not know what you're talking about.
Okay, so she has the guard, right? Is this the chieftain's guard, like that's always with them?
Well, they stand guard, but Callie was capable of handling herself. She is a ferocious warrior. She wouldn't be chieftain otherwise. So, her going out on her own, wanting privacy, is not out of the ordinary. They mainly stand guard for when she sleeps, or our Centaurians in the towers do a well enough job watching the town. This is quite the one-off.
So, wait, if someone watches her sleep, like where were they that night?
We do not know. And he looks at the 2 Centaurians, and they shrug, and she goes, she was out on her own, as she often is, and she appeared back with no arm, terribly wounded.
I mean, the guards that were supposed to watch her, where were they?
Not with her. She was out on her own, as she often does.
So what about the orcs?
He looked very confused and does not know what you're talking about.
Wait a minute, Minnis.
Yeah.
Since your spell's working now, use it on that book real quick.
I'll try.
While it's still working before it stops working again. And then I'm gonna, while Minnis is doing that, I want to ask the scholar about the statue and see if he knows anything about it.
Minnis, your mending does not work on the book.
What?
Armos, it didn't work.
You ask him about Pharaohs, and he does not know what you're talking about. And he goes, there's no statue in the front of town. I mean, we used to have statues here, but we had removed all of them. We do not believe in false gods.
Yeah, keep saying that.
Oh, man.
Almost, make me a history check.
23.
Ooh. So you're having a conversation with him, and you're starting to remember a few key moments. Callie, before turning to the state, was banging on the armory door, reading a note about a seal, and then your time spent in Shadowfell, you remember an arcane lock in the armory that was open. And you know that Shadowfell mimics structures.
Ooh.
What if the note and Callie banging on the armory door late at night, trying to get in, have the two connected?
Yeah. Making that connection. Can we see the armory?
The armory is conveniently right next door.
Yeah.
Outside
No, I
this
know,
tent.
but like, I don't want to go barging in there without asking permission since we just, killed their chieftain. But I'm asking permission as opposed to, you know what I mean?
You're asking the scholar?
Yeah.
Okay. We need to strike a quick deal. And this is not something where we gained benefit from each other. Well, we are gaining benefit from each other, but this isn't, and you see that he's stuttering, of monetary value. I need your word. I provide transport to the armory. Maybe we could follow up on the clues that we have from Callie. Why was she there? Now that we have this note. What you have seen today in this tent remains with the 6 of us. The citizens of San Lo cannot know that their chieftain is dead.
At least not yet. Ugh.
Yes, not yet. Until we uncover the truth behind this. You see that he has holds back tears, this tragedy.
I understand. I don't want to cause alarm until we know that we are truly safe. So we'll help in any way we can. We don't need your gold. Right, guys?
We don't need, we
Yeah,
definitely can keep
it'll be okay.
keep our word on making sure this is quiet. And I look at Minnis and I'm like, no journaling.
Oh.
And then I let the guys know. In all of our adventures, we've been making sure that these blood shards don't get into the wrong hands, so we've been disposing of them. If we can, we will keep that blood shard safe and away from evildoers.
Persuasion check.
14? Wait. Dark one's luck.
You want that blood shard.
Hey, dirty 20.
All right. With a dirty 20, he goes, I am no expert and I will pretend not to be. This is the first time I've ever seen a blood shard, let alone witnessed its destruction with my own eyes. You may keep the blood shard and hopefully get this great evil out of our town.
I shouldn't say with pleasure. Absolutely. And I take the blood shard and put it in my bag.
You should put it in at home. Later.
Yeah.
I squint over at Armos and Reginald as they're murmuring to each other.
Just a couple of demons talking. We're just a couple of demons.
Anyways, obviously not easy for us to walk around here. With your guidance, would you mind, escorting us over to the armory?
Yeah, we need to get to the bottom of this and figure out what happened to this chieftain, and retracing the steps is the best way to do it.
You don't have a visitor's pass, do you?
We don't allow visitors, period, here.
Oh, right. Yes.
Please wear these cloaks. And you see he goes to the back wall, takes 3 cloaks off, and they're all 3 of the same color, and puts it over to you.
Don't worry, I got my own, and I used my cloak they got from Shadowfell.
Yes, that will still stick out as it's quite tethered and not the most pleasant of sense. And he swiftly
Well, I haven't washed it in a while.
puts it over you. And you see that these are all forest green cloaks that cover your whole body. They are meant for minotaurs. He goes over to one of the Centaurian guards. He goes, you wait here, guard the bodies. I'll send someone else over that we could trust to clean up. And I will escort them to the armory. He goes to the other Centaurian. Please come with me. And let's try to keep these 3 moving as quick as possible. And the scholar and the Centaurian guard quickly rush you out. Head over to the armory. You see that
before I go out,
Before
I go out, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna use a growth potion to be less conspicuous. Drink a growth potion. so that way, if anybody asks, I just look like one of you.
Kid. What are you?
Yep, Minnis.
What?
No, it's fine. It's fine. You do,
All right,
you man.
4 hours.
Oh my god.
4 hours. Okay.
Do you feel like they're starting a coup? Like, you know what I mean? They're like, the chief's dead, so let's cover it up and I'll be the chief. You know what I mean? Like some kind of, it feels very clandestine all of a sudden.
Guys, just keep your eyes out in case they do anything. Yeah. Keep your eyes out in case they do anything weird and suspicious.
I know, right? Okay. Anyway, sorry.
You walk over to the armory with the scholar and Centaurian. The Centaurian that is standing guard at the armory does not even question and allows the 3 of you to go in at the sight of the scholar. The 3 of you walk in and you are in this huge armory, and there are rows and rows of emerald weapons of sapphire, ruby, and emerald. There are shelves of armor, varying all in sizes for minotaurs, splint mail, leather, and plate. And you walk over to the location, almost when you remember where the lock was. And it's in the back corner of one of these shelved alleyways that are filled with helmets. You look down, and you do not see any trap door. However, you do sense magic, as if it's being hidden. And he goes, why are we over here? This doesn't make any sense.
There's something here. And I'm like holding my hand out, trying to feel where the lock or the door might be.
You just see the floor, but you do know that there is a magical presence here.
Can I just like feel around?
You feel around and you just feel the floor.
Yeah, can't you just like get rid of it?
Now might be the time to dispel magic.
Right? Hopefully, one of these times is.
Now is definitely the time. Before, that was a risk. This one does not feel like a risk.
Or maybe the command word.
Oh, I didn't want it. I thought that was dangerous. It made it seem so dangerous.
Snickerdoodle.
No, Drell.
Wasn't it lemonade? I thought it was lemonade.
We're not in danger. No, it's not. Oh, all right. And you hear Minnis start to speak in Minotaur tongue, and he says the command word.
Which is?
In Minotaur, I believe it's...
You see this outline of a trap door in the floor as the symbol of a magical lock comes unopened. And as the loose paneling begins to slowly uplift. In the trap door, you see the scholar's eyes widen as there are 4 helmets laying in the trap door, similar to the helmets that Doric was wearing, similar to the one that you found in your sketch.
Whoa, look at these.
And there is a note. You pick up the helmets, and you are very magical. And there is a note at the bottom, very old. It looks like it's like it looks like handling it the wrong way could possibly cause it to fall apart. Very brown, very stained over, very dirty. It is a folded note. Who's picking it up?
I feel like Minnis should, but I will if Minnis doesn't want to.
Is it in Minotaur language? And I pick it up and look at it.
You see, written in common, and you gently open the note. And it says, do not speak these words aloud. Attune to these when ready and outside the city walls. I recommend the beach so the citizens are not affected. Do not take them off until the problem is dealt with, lest you face a fate worse than death. Signed, Titus Boulder Smasher, dated 22 years ago.
Dad? Was your name Dad? And Minnis is shaking with the note. Is it in Minotaur language or is it common?
It is in common.
Common.
Yeah, I'm just shaking with the note and I haven't even read it out loud to anyone.
I slowly take it from him, thinking that it's like some kind of spell or something that may have caused it, and then start reading it.
Paralysis spell.
Right? So then I start reading it. I'm like, Oh, yeah, Drell. This is crazy. You should take a look at this.
What?
It's a free helmet.
What do you mean free helmet?
Go over the fact that it's just that. Just be like, look at this. They left us free helmets, bro.
Titus Boulder Smasher.
Dad.
Yeah, Minnis, by the way, how old are you again?
I'm 22.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Wait,
Well, actually, I'm
Free
23 now because of my birthday that happened when we were in Shadowfell.
Oh, yes, of course.
So, where's your mom from?
My tribe?
No, your mom. Like, is she from Sandlow by chance? Because that would just...
I don't know. They never talked about where they were from. I tried asking. They were kind of secretive about it. I don't know if it's secretive. They didn't answer me properly. They're always like, well, we're here now, so we're very nomadic.
Do all the helmets look the same?
They do.
Just gonna try to pick the coolest one.
And there's 4 of them, though.
Just highly disappointed. Joel just picks one.
Right? Is that what you said? There's 4?
There's 4 of them.
Drell, don't put it on.
Okay.
I said put it on, though.
Not yet. Didn't you read the
You
note?
need to attune to these items to use them.
Yeah.
As the note suggests.
Yeah, so
if you are attuned to items, you must free up an attunement slot. The number is 3.
If we're tuned to 3.
If you're tuned to 3.
Yeah, 3.
Fuck, I gotta pick something that I can't be attuned to anymore. So this is gonna take me a little bit.
What? Goodbye, jump ring.
What do you mean? I use that every 10 episodes.
What's an episode? What is he talking about?
Wait, what
He
else are
has
you
an
tuned to,
episode?
Drell?
Well, I mean, my Dwarven thrower, my ring of jumping, and then obviously this fucking cool thing, and I pull out the trident and fish command.
Oh my God.
And this thing works for me all the time. So I mean, I have to pick something.
I just blank stare and blink and look very slowly to Armos.
I mean, it did come in handy that
I mean,
one time.
technically, I think I only have to attune to it if I want to use its command, but it's still a pretty sick weapon. Anyways, I'll figure it out. And I just pick up one of the helmets and I put it in my bag.
I look at the scholar, which we still don't know his name, and we're just kind of present what we found and then the note, and we let him know that this is his dad. Fill him in.
Riffius, by the way, is my name. And he reads the note and he goes, do not, and then quickly silences. He goes,
That was close.
I have to say, I've never heard of this person before.
What? Never?
No?
Well,
How long have you been here?
Oh, been a part of 3 decades.
And you've never heard of this person?
Oh.
Well, perfect. So, I mean, obviously since...
Finders keepers and all.
No, I was going to say this is like his dad. Like, he pretty much would inherit these anyway. So we'll just take these off your hands.
I wasn't even
thanks.
aware of this compartment that was in here. This is so strange.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You see that, he's questioning himself? What secrets has the chief to be keeping from us?
Quite a bit, from what it seems like.
Yeah. That's my dad, by the way, and I point to his name on the paper.
Never heard of this man.
That's weird.
Is there a town elder that we can talk to? I just feel like this guy is just a, you know what I mean?
John Elder.
We do not.
Love that.
You are speaking to one of the most knowledgeable people of the town. Left. The other one was so ruthlessly rendered just moments ago.
Jeez.
And you can call back to when the Callie ate half the chest of the other one on her first action.
Oh.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to keep going down this trail as a favor to you guys, but we will need to keep going down this rabbit hole for
We have
sake.
4. I don't know what we should do with the other one.
We'll just bring it just in case.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, I'm not sure if there's maybe somewhere more secure you could offer us to rest. I'd rather not have these type of items amongst a common tavern.
We do not have anywhere for you to rest. The fact that you're even in the restricted area is already alarm enough, and it will have the people buzzing and
Not
asking
a
questions.
problem. We're adventurers. I don't think being in this town is great for us anyways.
Yeah.
And I point to the book that Minnis got from Numi. So we're going to go outside the town and try to figure out what we can find out about your chieftain. And if we find something, we'll send word and let you know what we end up discovering.
Absolutely. Thank you. Make sure you find me, Riffius, if you've learned of anything new.
Oh, did you get your name because you're a master of riffs?
No, my mother gave it to me.
Oh. Okay. No,
I just love it.
Normally.
No.
Oh.
It would just make me happy if Minnis was still
Yeah.
a little kid and he's just who is this little fucking twerp? That's just that's my dad. Did you get your name from rifting?
Because I got my name because I'm small.
Please, he goes to the Centurion guy. He's like, please see these fine gentlemen out of the restricted area for them and guide
Cool.
them back to their
Yep.
tavern.
All right. Yep. All right. Cool.
All right. Well, see you later.
So, the 3 of you leave, and as you are leaving the armory and being guided back to just past the residential area, as you see as the Centurion guard halts himself right at the point of the watchtower, as that is the end of the area, you see that he stops and gives you a nod, a subtle nod, and sees the 3 of you out. You also level up from that fight. level 14.
Oh, what?
So once level 14. Right? Level 14? Yeah. So level 14.
Yep.
I go straight to bed.
So
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, we'll say that you level up to level 14 after a long rest. I will continue right now as the 4 of you continue. What are the 3 of you doing?
Going to bed.
All right. So I don't want to keep this stuff in the tavern, guys. I'm going to be honest.
I don't want to be in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out
Same.
of here.
Do you mind if I just stop by the journal shop and let Numi know we're going to be gone?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Indefinitely?
I maybe
wait.
wouldn't tell her where we're going or anything about the helmets, even though we do have a 4th one. And if she's like some sort of like secret cool warrior, she might be able to.
How about this?
Yeah.
Minnis,
Huh.
I think you should write a letter and we pass it to her secretly and then leave. And then also me and Drell can review your work because
A Dear John letter? I don't know how that's gonna.
you guys are awkward. And I don't want you to say
Who's
the wrong
awkward?
thing.
Why?
No, I
Drell's
mean,
not
but
awkward.
yeah, no, I mean, but it's also kind of their thing, Armos. That's kind of their thing they have going. So it's like, why
What?
take that away from them? Nothing.
Are we
It's
still
just
talking about?
you guys have so much in common, you know. So
Oh
it's
my
just
gosh,
like,
we do.
yeah.
That's
I
wild.
just don't
All
want him
right,
to
so
say
this is what
anything
we're gonna
about
do.
the
We're gonna
the
stop by
chief.
there. Yeah, of course. But we're gonna no. Minnis knows better now to not say stuff like that. I hope. Okay.
You've been saying a lot of words all at the same time. I'm not exactly sure what we're talking
All right.
about anymore.
You're not gonna tell Numi about the chief, about what just happened.
Or the
No, there's not
helmets.
enough time to explain all that. I just need to tell her
of
I'm
course.
leaving.
Of course. That's
I'll
what
tell
I'm
her
saying.
later.
Yeah, so let's later. Okay, yeah. So let's stop by there. You can talk to her, and then we'll head out of town and find a place to camp.
All right, we go across the little town square to the other side, meet up with Numi.
Hi. I lean in to see if she's in there.
You go into the shop, and there is an older gentleman working there. Numi is not in the store.
Hello?
Hello. Yes. Oh, hello. Yes. Oh, wow. Haven't seen you here before. How may I help you?
Who are you? And what have you done with Numi? And I grab his shirt.
Easy.
Sorry. That was uncalled for. I just get very passionate about my friends. Are you Numi's dad?
No, I am Toros. I run the shop. I run the Lucky Goat shop. This is my store.
The lucky what?
The Lucky Goat's Gist. This is my establishment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I walk into the wrong store? And I look around.
You looking for a journal shop of fine leathers and journals and
You're not Numi.
no, who is Numi?
You're not. I just walk outside, my eyes
I knew it.
glazed over. You guys?
Yep. Joel pulls out his notepad. Okay. Yeah. What's Minnis? What's wrong?
That's not Numi.
What do you mean that's not Numi?
There's another guy in there. Numi's gone?
What do you mean gone?
I don't.
Well, let's find a Minnis. We got to find a good place to talk about this.
I don't know what's happening, Minnis. Worst case, we can send her a letter with our mystical thing.
Yeah, you could still write her a letter, right? So, because it'll get delivered to her.
When you look back at Minnis, he's in the fetal position on the ground.
Okay.
Minnis,
I pick
you're
him
too
up.
big for me to pick him up.
Oh fuck, he's big. I try to pick him up and give him a big piggyback ride.
You can throw me on my own cart if you want.
Yeah, I put him on the cart and I
Me and
just have the
Minnis
cart
in the
follow
cart
me.
as Drell pulls it.
You begin to pull the cart.
Get us out of here, and I point towards.
I don't have to pull the cart. The cart pulls itself. Why are you in the cart, Armos?
Because
You
it's
forgot
less
how to walk too.
suspicious.
What do you mean? 2 people in a cart is less suspicious than 1?
People are staring.
Oh my god. Armos, get the fuck out of the cart.
Minnis is in the fetal position.
I grab Armos and put him back on his feet and I say, let's just walk.
All right.
And we continue to leave the town.
Okay, so you're gonna you're gonna make camp on the beach area by the dock.
Yeah, like somewhere in
out
between
of
the
town.
beach and the forest. Yeah, like
Out of
good.
town.
secluded spot.
The three of you leave through the southern gates of San Lo towards the dock, as the letter suggests, towards the beach area. And you travel south, you leave through the dock, and the beach expands on either side of the riverbank. So if you head westward, it's more towards the ocean, like it'll eventually lead toward the ocean. And if you travel east, it'll travel down the river. So you come out and you decide to travel westward, which is more open towards the ocean. And as you travel westward with the city at your back, you are still on this beach, as it's kind of, the town of San Lo kind of lies on the edge of this riverbank overlooking the ocean, and you are on this beach area. So the beach is about a good like maybe a mile away. So there's going to be downtime here, so you guys just want to take a long rest, gain the level, and check these helmets out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Floor is mean.
Okay.
Numi's gone. The Hydra's probably fake. My life's a lie.
Make me a nature check or a survival check to set up camp.
This is also including like some sort of alerts or defenses around us.
Yes, depending on how well you roll. Yeah.
It's a 21.
Nice. You set up a pretty sound camp. You are on the beach. You are overlooking the ocean. And as you are overlooking the ocean, you're pretty safe as you are within the city's boundaries, but you're just off to the western side from the dock, and you feel pretty secure here. You set up camp, you get some downtime activities done. Drell, if there's any brews you would like to make during this time, you absolutely can.
I'm going to make some Swift Thistle ones.
Awesome. You make some Swift Thistle brews. How many are you making?
3.
3 Swift Thistle brews. And as the sun begins to set, you ponder over your notes. You level up to level 14 as you hone in on your skills, and Armos begins to attune himself to these helmets to learn what they do. The three of you focus on it, and before putting it on, you learn the nature of the item. It is spoken to you as once as you accept it. You hold it within your hands. The item is the Skull Cap of Silence, S.O.S. And what this item does is that while wearing this helmet, you are magically deafened. The creature wearing this helm remains deafened until the helm is removed. While wearing this helm, you can use a bonus action to cast Detect Thoughts on another creature wearing a Skull Cap of Silence. While wearing the helm, you can use the bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature also wearing the helm. It can reply for free during your bonus action. It also grants you the ability Bliss of Silence. While wearing the helm, users can make a concentration check with +2 and gain advantage on their roll. So basically with this helmet, you can communicate amongst each other.
Oh, that's nice.
You are speaking telepathically to each other, but it is deafening you from the outside world. You know that this helmet was something that Dwark was wearing, and he looked very shocked when he was like wearing it and saw people like looking at him. This will deafen you.
We figure out what it does, and then looking at the note that we found from Minnis's dad, it says, well, we know that it's going to deafen us, but this note says once we put them on, to not take them off until the problem's dealt with. We're
Right.
not going to be able to hear.
But speak to each other.
Yeah, I would rather hear. If I'm going to be honest.
I don't think there's a choice.
I know.
After setting up camp, Drell immediately puts us on.
Well, hold on. Let's all put it on
Wait,
at the
what?
same time.
Okay, sorry. I start to lower mine really slowly over my head. Like looking at Armos in minutes. Yeah, let's do the same time. And I just keep looking at them as I'm lowering it onto my head.
Like, we don't know what's going to happen when we put these on. So we want to make sure we do it at the same time just in case.
Armos is not happy. He loves his ears.
Loves his ears.
You see, Minnis, that your horns look like they're getting away, and as you go to like motion the helmet onto your head, the helmet like morphs itself because you're attuned to it to fit perfectly on your head. Same for you, Armos, with your horns.
Well, we've come this far, and my life's pretty much a lie, so let's see what this has in store, everybody.
Join the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. All right, 3, 2, 1. Whoop. And we all...
The three of you place the Skull Cap of Silence upon your brow, and like a vacuum, all sound is slowly sucked away from your mind to the point of perfect silence. And then a loud, ear-shadowing drone, almost like a laser, like a radiant laser being blasted through your eardrums to the point of deafening. It sounds like it's coming from all around you. Like that's suddenly a sudden realization that you've been hearing this noise forever, and how you've been dealing with it is beyond you. And then an ear-shadowing screech, and then a halt. Nothing. Perfect calm. You hear absolutely nothing. The sky around you looks dim, like permanent dusk, mixed in with the white clouds or red ones, centered around the floating island. The floating island appears different as well, not made of stone, earth, or rock, but a massive floating blood or vein popping out from the foliage, hovering over the islands.
Oh no.
You feel something press against your back like a puff of air. Below you at the beach, red water wafts between your boots and toes. You look behind you, Reginald with mouth agape as blood mixes with the water. I don't know how to describe this, so I'm just going to show you.
Mental scream! Ah!
And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
I don't think it's a Hydra.
Wait, what? This isn't the Hydra?
It's something worse.
This is an ocean Hydra. It's clearly coming out of the water.
Oh my god. It's a blood shard Hydra.
We needed a crystal Hydra. This is the wrong one.
So wait. So we see the island floating up, and it's full of blood shards. And then when we turned around, we saw this thing?
Yes. And I will
How do you
describe
describe
it
it for the listeners, though,
Nope,
Tony?
nope. They're going to hear the description in the next session.
All right.
Talk about a cliffhanger. Talk about a
It's about the
cliffhanger.
most menacing thing you can think of.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Dialed up to an
Speaking of
11.
which,
It's like Game of Thrones dragon meets.
I have to.
Dark Souls.
Somebody in the Discord. I'm not going to say your name because it's actually kind of inappropriate for the podcast. But someone in the Discord said, "No more cliffhangers, please. I just caught up all the way to the most recent episode."
You'll find out next time.
Sorry.
I will
wait to talk about our
describe
level up.
this in more detail in our next session,
Yeah.
95. It's a long time coming, and a lot of questions will be answered next session.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds great.
Oh.
I just reacted to that comment in the Discord, and no one will have any idea what it means until this episode comes out.
If you're wondering why there was a Drell sunglasses, this is why.
Great episode.
Woo! This was a doozy, and y'all level 14. Wow, crazy. Level 14. Level 4. How you guys
Level
feel?
14. Level 14.
Wait, are we level 15?
14.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Did Minnis was Minnis a level higher this whole time?
No, I am.
I would make.
I totally forgot about my cleric level I didn't take.
Yep.
I have the rolled written down. This was when this is
After show stuff. This is definitely
content.
after show stuff.
I'll explain in the after show.
After show.
Recommendations.
Yeah,
What's
recommendations
something
before we
we
go out.
I got one, and you guys might not get it or not. It's another show, obviously, because all of our recommendations are either shows, video games, or food, and that's pretty much where we're at. But I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I started watching the Halo series on Paramount.
Oh.
And they just released the second season. Now, if you hope it's like the video game, I'll just let you know right now, you're going to be disappointed. It is completely different. The story is completely different. And I mean, in the very first episode, you see Master Chief's face. So like, that's obviously completely different, but I thought it's pretty good. I binged the whole first season, and I've now, I'm up to date on the second season because the second season just came out in February. So I think like it has like 3 episodes released so far. So, I don't know. What do you guys, have you guys seen it? You guys like it? Do you guys hate it or what?
I haven't watched it yet.
Nope.
I haven't watched
opinion.
it. I don't know. I just
Okay.
actors
I
and their
mean-
egos and have to show their face, which is like the whole thing about Master Chief. You know, it's whatever.
I mean, it's easy to write a video game around it because there's so much dialogue usually. But if you put that much dialogue in a show, it's so hard
Yeah.
to do. I don't know.
Like it's definitely not like I guess the same universe, air quotes, that is
They're just
probably
using the likeness, probably, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing is like it could be a prequel to the video game. It's still there because like you figure out how he gets everything and how everything gets set up and like what Halo is. So I guess it could technically be a prequel, but it's pretty good. It's I don't hate it. It did take me a few, like I think like 2 or 3 episodes to be like, oh, okay, I'll watch the rest of this, but it's pretty good. It has its good parts
Hey,
and
you know
has
what?
its bad parts. So
Let's have
check it out.
If you've seen it, shoot us. Some
Yeah,
messages
if
in
you've
the
seen
Discord.
it, put it. Yeah, exactly. Put it in the Discord and let me know if you love it, hate it, or
That should be your next tier list. Bingeable shows.
oh, maybe I'll do Halo
Mm.
video games.
Oh
'Cause
yes,
there you go.
please.
Oh,
That's obviously a
that's good.
touchy topic.
That's a great tier list, though.
It is. I think people are pretty unanimous on Halo.
There's
games,
only one right answer for the best Halo game ever made.
which is
Oh, and we're gonna reveal it in the after
Oh.
show.
No, I'm gonna reveal it in the tier list. So
Oh.
you gotta check it out if
okay.
you want to listen to it. You gotta check out. The
I'm
tier
gonna
list.
guess in the after show. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
All right.
Same.
Yep.
All right. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our Patreon supporters. Thank you for the love and support, everything between. And we will catch you on the next one where we will have the reveal. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah.
Hey, it's me, Drell, and welcome back to Drell's Bodacious Bodatorium, the only gym for all the right muscles. I want to thank you all again for being the best members ever. I just have some notes here I need to go over. First, we have the Shadow Smugglers. I want to go ahead and give the Dread another shout out. Thanks to him and his green flames, the sauna is back in business. There's a sign up sheet right outside the door. Also, Jack Saunasinki, 30-minute maximum sessions, 4 hours is not allowed. The Dread, get a smoothie on me, big guy. Speaking of smoothies, Alara Dawnstar is our newest employee at the Blend and Bulk Fitness Smoothie Station. Her training got off to a rough start, but make sure you stop on by and say hi. We want to put her skills to the test. My favorite is the Lelouch's Ice Cool Berry Blast. Remember, if you use code BOXY at checkout, you get 2% off your first order. What a deal. Next, we have Reese, the cycle instructor we all know and love. Reese is currently on vacation. He said something about exploring Humbrea and seeing the sights. So, in the meantime, Anma will be taking over the classes. Let's see here. Classes like Ride Like You Need to Survive and Baby Got Bike. All other classes will be postponed. Don't blame me, blame Reese. Julius Kendrick has been temporarily suspended as lead lifeguard. Something about his certifications being invalid and not being able to practice until further notice. On a completely separate topic, our lawyers have asked me to read the following statement. We do not condone the use of any and all Shadowfell certifications being used on the material plane. This next note is from Slimy, who works our front desk. They've brought to my attention that many of you walk straight past them without checking in. I've let them know that they are now able to use any force they deem necessary to stop people who have not checked in. Miranor canceled his membership several weeks ago, and I still see him here. I will catch you. All of you. You have been warned. Next are Blood Shard Bandits. Reigns, I was told you were caught taking gym selfies in front of the mirror again. Tank tops are cool, but if they don't really cover anything, then what's the point? Trust me, I'm a guy that appreciates the art of muscle flexing, but this is a family-friendly gym, bud, so you're gonna need to tone it down. If you want, The semi-annual Drell bodybuilding competition is still open for signups, so make sure you check it out. Warden, the staff told me what you did the other day, and I want to personally thank you for being the unofficial protector of the gym. Those stinking jazz rats keep trying to sneak in and steal supplies from the smoothie bar. I've decided to offer you an exclusive deal. For every jazz rat you collect, you will receive 1 minute of personal training time with yours truly. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Morgan Oldhill, please remember we have a companion daycare drop-off outside for a reason. Even though the fox is extremely cute, we cannot allow them inside. Due to, rules. If we catch you smuggling the fox in your cloak one more time, I will be very mad. And please remember to bring your ticket for pickup. Artemis, the weight room is for everyone. I respect the hustle, and trust me, I, out of all people, understand using every single 45-pound weight and plate is necessary, but we need to remember to share and also put them back when you're done. Keep getting swole, bro. Rocco the Croco, I see you over there on the elliptical while eating your protein bars. I'm looking at you right now. Hey, Rocco, don't look away. I'm more impressed than mad. But for safety, we're gonna need you to eat and then run. I also want to thank you for being the only person to buy the tuna and lemon flavored bars, or else they would just sit there. Aaron Drayson, this is your confirmation for a private room from 2:22 to 2:30 on Tuesday. I'm being told you want the room so you could practice your 2-weapon fighting and sword dueling in front of a mirror. 1, I don't know how you'll get all this done in 8 minutes. And 2, why does it start at 2:22? Anyways, it does. See you then. Next is Rommel. Please make sure you dust off and wipe your feet upon entering the gym. We see the dirt you track in, and the staff, aka me, is not too thrilled to have to continue to sweep up after you. I mean, also, where do you get that much dirt? It just keeps coming out. It never stops. Do you say, I'm gonna go to the gym, I better fill my pockets and boots with dirt? The next is the Sidget College alumni. Andrew Hall, we here at Drell's Bodacious Auditorium appreciate your consistent need to study, especially during a test week. But you're taking up most of the seating at Bulk and Blend with your books. Please be courteous to others and share the space. Also, there's now a 1 smoothie per hour requirement for all guests not working out. Sakajewa, we've got some complaints about you hogging all the good machines. According to some of the complaints, it seems that your phone time to rep ratio is off. Please remember, for every 1 minute you're on your phone, you should be doing 3 minutes of workout. Other people need the machines too. Make a playlist, bud. Patrick Winterstorm, aka Punk, I just want to give you a big shout out. I've got several acknowledgements that you're a great gym partner, always there to give a spot if needed. You're always looking out for your fellow gym goers, and the staff here at the Bodacious Auditorium appreciate that and appreciate you. You can always spot me. Saint Chaos, I heard you're the person to talk to if we need some stuff. Our normal distributor for the Bulk and Blend fitness smoothies has suddenly disappeared. We have not seen or heard from him in days. I think he's gone missing. Someone recommended I reach out to you. I like brews and I like a good deal. Please contact Laura for details. Sergio, please stop asking us to look in the lost and found bin. You've asked several times in the past week to see it. If you just tell us what you're looking for, we'll probably be able to help you find it. We here at the Bodacious Auditorium always return stuff to its rightful owner. An unrelated note, I totally bought these sunglasses. Well, I mean Armos did, and they were very expensive. Sly, the Were Creature Rage Rooms are available for a reason. My trash cans cannot take any more damage. We have the I'm a Were Creature and I'm proud class, so make sure you check it out. I'll see you there. Next, we have Humbrea's Heroes. The following guests are banned from the yoga room and use of yoga balls and all other yoga equipment effective immediately. Alex Dredd, Caleb Schneider, and Johnny Tarr. You know what you did. Please make an appointment with me to get your privileges back. They're for yoga, not kickball. Also invite me next time. Also, speaking of misuse of equipment, Mr. Man with Glass, Odie Mel, Will Miller, and Nubs. The racquetball court is for racquetball only. If you four continue to play freeze tag, please take it to a place where no one cares, like the tennis courts outside. Also, side note, I don't know who plays freeze tag by throwing ice at each other. Weird. Well, that's all the notes I have for Drell's bodacious bodatorium. I just want to thank you all again for being the best members ever. We appreciate it. See you next time.